bring to fall the giants?
Hello everyone, how are you? Very late stream tonight. I know it's very late. I need to bring up the chat in on my second screen here. I know there's not a lot of you online, but I wanted to do a quick stream. I'm away this weekend with family. I know Insomnia is going on as well, so a lot of people are going to be there, so I'm not expecting lots of views, but I always like to do these weekly news streams where I can, and I'll probably stick it on YouTube afterwards. Maybe I'll keep this to like a half an hour stream. I'll see how I go. Before I jump in, I'm just going to share the stream in my Discord channel as well and let people know I'm in there too. So going live for my weekly sports news stream. There we go. Okay. There we go. Right, that's up. That's up. Ah, there's someone in the chat. Hi, Crazy. How are you? Did you see the CS Major drama stuff? Yes, I did. And do you know what? Hi, Crazy. I'm going to talk about that. Let's do that. I mean, I was quite shocked to see that, to be honest with you. I was quite shocked. Let me have a look here. Oh gosh, hang on. I'm logged in as Esports News. Let me log in as Dom. There we go. Okay, can we see that? Okay. I mean, this is all over my feed at the moment. All the people that are out in the Copenhagen Major for CS2 are all talking about and sharing videos about these stage invaders. I mean, this is one here. Closer look at one of the stages. Look at that big old HLTV watermark. What are your thoughts on this, Crazy? The betting company paid them people to do it. That's crazy. Viperio, how are you? Who is that? Is that Chris? Is that Brody in the chat? This is crazy, isn't it? By the way, my sound level's okay with the sound in that video. Yeah, I saw that the trophy got knocked down as well. So this is in the match between G2 and who was it here? And they're protesting against G2, right? This is going on now, isn't it? This match. Are we still on a break here? I mean, I haven't actually looked at the broadcast. Oh, it's finished. Okay, it's finished now. G2 versus Mouse. Right? Is that right? Let's see if the is it still going on the stream? I know I shouldn't bring. Oh no, it's okay. It's finished. Back up. Stream. So yeah, pretty crazy what's going on, right? Hello, Chris. How are you? Video is louder than you, but can hear you both. Right. Okay. Let me turn down. If I turn that volume down a bit, that might be a bit better. Yeah, there's been some news, lots of news dropping today. I don't know what's been going on. Not all UK, but here I've retweeted this tweet here. This is Jason Lake of Complexity retweeting the Stage Invader video saying, completely and utterly unacceptable behaviour. Glad security intervened, but this person got far too close to the players. Come on, esports fans, we don't need this type of thing at our events. And we can see here this video. This is wild.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Yeah.
Can I do this full screen? Can you see that okay? Yeah. That's mad, isn't it? And you can see here he sort of gets knocked into the trophy. Knocks him down. I mean, it's a bit like a circus, isn't it? What I did like was that the crowd were booing. You know, let's let it be known we don't want this nonsense. You know, let's get actual esports going on. I mean, so many people are filming it. Look at all the people in the crowd at the bottom there filming it. You know, we don't want this, do we? But yeah, and I've retweeted here this article, the Dust 2 US of HLTV. They were quick to get this article up. Rioters charge stage in pathetic display at CS2 Major. I mean, when I read that, I don't know about you, when I read rioters, I'm thinking of Riot Games stuff. I mean, I shouldn't laugh about this, right? It's no laughing matter, but when I look at rioters, I do think of Riot Games, which would change the story drastically, wouldn't it? But yeah, 2 men were quickly tackled and removed by security. I think probably others have now, right? This was written 2 hours ago, this article. Let's see if they've updated it, if I retweet this. Yeah, multiple men. There we go. There's an example of a news story being updated in real time. Not 2 people. Multiple men were quickly tackled and removed by security. In a strange and embarrassing incident, rioters and vandals, allegedly backed by CSGO Empire, a betting and skin site, have charged the stage of the PGL Major to protest G2 in a bizarre feud between the site and CSGO Roll. So does CSGO Empire own CSGO Roll? I don't know loads about betting stuff. Fill me in here, guys. Is CSGO Empire a rival to CSGO Roll? It is, right? Yeah, it is, right? And so a bizarre feud between the site and CSGO Roll. So CSGO Empire against CSGO Roll, right? Is this right? I'm not following this that well. I don't know the story. Alright, Crazy says CSGO Empire had a tournament planned and now loads of teams are pulling out of it. Right. Neighbours just won UKSA Insomnia too. Oh, cool. Okay, yep. Thomas Bever. Is Smoogie with them? Crazy says some guy betted his house and lost it on CSGO Roll. Yeah, they're 2 different companies. So who did G2 have the partnership with? That's what I'm not following here. Is it CSGO Roll? Okay. G2 quietly removed skin gambling company CSGO Roll from list of partners. Oh, I remember all that stuff. Yeah, I remember the controversy around that. So why CSGO Empire getting up? They had a tournament plan and now loads of teams are pulling out. Why are teams pulling out? Okay, look, there's more context here, isn't there? Maybe if I read the rest of this article here. Okay, no, they haven't. There's not much to this article, to be honest. This Dust 2, it's 1 paragraph and a bunch of videos. Let's try and get some more context here. The protest came as part of CSGO Roll's partnership with G2, right? That's more clearer. That's clearer, which is supposedly related to huge scams and the owner of CSGO Roll exit scamming on his other websites. The protests were a direct response to G2's partnership with CSGO Roll. Monarch, a kick streamer and owner of another gambling site, CSGO Empire, posted on his official X channel that things will go rampant during the G2 Mouse match. Oh dear, right, okay, look, there's more context here. I think this is important. So yeah, Monarch said, it's happening soon, tune in for some craziness. Oh god, and he's on a kick channel here. Monarch is offline. Well, I hope they get punished for this. What else has he tweeted? Okay, right. Okay, so they've got to be in their bonnet about CS:GO role, right? This was posted almost a year ago. The CS:GO role files. It's time for us to take a stand. This document is a detailed expose of CS:GO role's alleged illegal operation, business practices, alleged predatory business practices, G2, and why we need to change now to protect the esports community. Right. Okay. So there's a whole Google Doc here. Our history with CS:GO role. So the CS:GO Empire guys claimed that after CS:GO role's relaunch, we were subject to a completely unprovoked attack orchestrated by the owner of CS:GO role. He attempted to ruin our deposit platform by reporting us to our payment process and the authorities under false pretenses, and they also successfully poached designers working for us to steal our assets and replicate our look, allegedly. Right, so there's been bad blood between the pair up until now, right? We are just getting started, someone's tweeted here. Oh God. Open invitation to all journalists, news reporters and YouTubers that want an interview and behind the scenes look. Of course they've tweeted, good drama alert and Jake Sucky. It's time to expose CSGO's biggest scammer once and for all. My kick stream got taken down when the heat started. Some of our men are on the ground in handcuffs, but we effing did it, boys. Oh dear. CSGO Empire tweet saying, G2, we have a message for you. Right, this was posted today. Since the beginning of CSGO Empire, we've fought wars against scams on alleged scam sites. They've listed here CSGO Diamonds, Skin Hub, CSGO Wild, CSGO Roll, Hype Drop and more. The battle is reaching a tipping point. 2 days ago, Hype Drop exit scammed, robbing users of tens of millions in rewards they will now never be able to access. Right, there's quite a lot to this, isn't there? This requires deep investigation. Unfortunately, I'm not the journalist to do this right now because, like I say, I'm away with family this weekend. I'm sure we've got some great journalists in CS:GO and in CS, right, that can look into this properly. And so I expect I'd be interested to hear what Richard Lewis's views are on this. You know, Richard Lewis, I'm sure, will already know about this, but he's working at the Major, isn't he? So he's not able to do this. You know, maybe someone like Louis Mira at HLTV. Where has he gone here? Is it within? There it is. There. CS:GO Empire had a kick stream counting down the thing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? Oh, PGL tweeted out here, our event experienced an attempted disruption. We temporarily halted the match to ensure everyone's safety. The individuals involved were removed by police. We'll be pressing charges against the disruptors. And do you know what this reminds me of, right? When there are people that, wow, over 1 million concurrent viewers. Oh, sorry, no, that was another match. Do you know what this reminds me of, right? Pressing charges. It reminds me of this. The Just Stop Oil protest last year at the Tekken EGX final, right? These protesters were arrested for criminal damage when this happened. When I put this clip on my TikTok, it was the most viewed thing. It had like 70,000 views. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. So yeah, they should go after them. They should. We can't have this disruption, this nonsense. And I think it was Jason Lake again of Complexity who said something like, what did he say here? When he was replying to people, this is a good tweet here. Don't let these guys taint what we built for 20 years. These are the same type of people that are cheating in Premiere. This is not our family. This is not Counter-Strike. Yeah, Jason Lake said, sadly, we live in a world where you can't have enough security. And said, I'm just glad the players are okay. You know, I'm glad event security was on it quickly, but that situation could have gone in a dangerous direction. 100%. It does show, you know, the some of the frailties in security, right? Does this need to be more like football? Do we need to have tighter security around all areas of the stage? This is something that Freddie posted here. Freddie of UK CSGO. He said a guy walked up to another guy with the Astralis jersey on and said Astralis was SHIT. He replied, "You're ugly." The guy then responded, "You're fat. Want to fight? Sure." So Freddie said, "Not sure if this is related, but we're supposed to be here to chill and watch some Counter-Strike, a video game." So there's some other stuff going on here. Crowd booing. So yeah, it's pretty mad, isn't it? Someone actually sent me a 2-minute, like a longer clip of everything, but they got cold feet and they removed it off Twitter afterwards. But yeah, pretty crazy story. I mean, I'm wondering why have they going after G2 now? Because G2 removed CSGO role from their list of partners. That's what I don't understand, right? There's obviously more context to it that we need to read up on, or I need to read up on. I just try and steer clear of all these, you know, the controversial, the betting sites and things like that. Here we are. This is on the live stream fails here. Okay. There's not many comments on there. But yeah, pretty mad, isn't it? I mean, that's been all over my feed tonight. We've got Insomnia going on. But yeah, all of that stuff has been all over my feed. So should we bring up the UKIC stuff? Neokai says, "I dare you to try and storm the stage." Update, I couldn't stop them. So Neighbours have won, have they? At Insomnia today. Smiles all round. There we go. So Smoothie's not with them then. I'm a bit confused as to what's going on with it. There we go. There's the team. Bevy, Adam, Dobbo. Thomas is in there. Right. Okay, Thomas is in there. Even though I'm guessing Into the Breach aren't playing then, if he's with them. And Era. Alright, well, let's drop that a tweet. Like I say, I'm not around this weekend, so I'm not going to be around to do a lot of news, but I've timed a couple of little bits for Saturday and Sunday while I'm away. Let's drop that a retweet. There we go. Yeah, I wonder why Smooth's not with them then. Did he just not want to go Insomnia, maybe? I don't think he's mentioned it. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty mad, isn't it? It is pretty mad. Well, we've had quite a lot of news this week, haven't we? Should we go into some of the news? If I scroll down, let's see if there's anything I've retweeted before. By the way, Insomnia, look at that amazing cosplay of the Into the Breach, talking of Into the Breach, the Into the Breach Night mascot. Really cool cosplay. I had to retweet that. That's from Carolina. The name right there. Talking of CS, we've had the Trade It League FE Masters, the women's league that they've got. They've announced a second season for that with over $2,500 in prizes. So we did an article on the first one, but because this is quite similar and there's not too much like new info, I've just dropped that a retweet. We'll go through some of the other articles in a minute. We had an amazing base race here in University League of Legends.
You can look towards the end as well.
Match.
Aatrox is going to have to match this one, but he's dead as well. He picked up a double kill. They're on to the Nexus towers, but on to the Nexus is Fiora. Both teams hitting the Nexus at the same time here. Both about half. Fiora needs to get one more reset to get it off, and she gets it! Southampton win the University Esports split in the most amazing fashion. I cannot believe it came down to a single auto difference. You can look towards the end as well.
I love that. So congrats to Southampton for winning the spring split. That was Southampton against Bath Uni. And I will, yeah, we had the, we the IEM Katowice watch party I did last month at Platform with Predator Gaming. We've got the recap video on that and the image gallery, so go check that out if you're into all that stuff. And all of this I'm going to come on to in a minute. Oh yeah, I will say as well, who's watched this? Has anyone watched this? Because this is meant to be really good. This 90-minute documentary titled Memories of CSGO, The Early Years, has dropped. It's been narrated by Henry G, premiered on the Red Bull Gaming YouTube channel, and I think it was produced by, in the press release I received, it didn't mention him, but I think it's produced by Tom, is it Tom Diablo Newman? I know Richard Lewis, there we go, yeah, Tom Newman made this apparently, there we go. For the past 10 years I've been blessed to be absorbed by this wonderful community, he said, from bedrooms to stadiums, CSGO was a wild ride. Thank you to the players, fans that make this thing we call Counter-Strike, yeah. So, yeah, memories of CSGO, the early years. I haven't got around to watching that yet, but I've been told like it's really good. Other stuff here, there was some news on the Valorant Challengers Northern Europe League, Polaris, that promotion into that starting May the 3rd. So this is the promotion relegation tournament for Challengers Northern Europe Polaris. It's 3rd to 5th of May. There's info on it here. I've retweeted this. This is interesting, this. They've done it's almost like an article in a tweet, which is quite interesting. But the only thing is, I'm not sure Google will pick this up that well, you know, compared to an actual news article. But I've retweeted that because I had loads on the other day. And then here's an article I've done recently as well. This was a freelance one, this is from gamesindustry.biz. I was really pleased this was on the homepage for a few days, and it's just like I just did a deep dive into the current state of esports winter, all of that stuff. I spoke to a few investor types, Dave Harris, who has part ownership of XO Esports, or now Giant X, Dave Martin at British Esports, Jasmine Ski, CEO of Guild Esports, and a few others. Robbie at Blast, the CEO of Blast, talking about the future. Machine, talking about what's next for esports, you know, the issues around investment drying up, all of that stuff. Like Dave Martin's calling it esports 3.0. Yeah, recommended if you want to read about like the business side of esports. I was quite pleased to have done that. And we'll come on to articles next. It's been a really busy week for news. We've had a lot of stuff going on. I'm just going to go to my tweets here, see if there's anything else I've retweeted. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this here. Yeah, I want to talk about that. There's a Tekken 8 tournament at Elephant and Castle this weekend. That's being live streamed on Twitch and Kick. Community tournament. Okay, so this is a small community tournament there. This isn't esports, but Sega has sold Relic Entertainment and will cut 240 roles across Sega Europe, Creative Assembly and Sega Hardlight. Creative Assembly being a great UK dev. I know it's not esports, but they've got Total War, all that good stuff. Special Effect has been honoured with a special award at the 20th BAFTA Games Awards next month. Obviously, they're a great charity that help people with disabilities play video games, and they're UK based and everything. Just seeing if there's anything. I think I mentioned all of this stuff in articles on Esports News UK, which I can come on to in a bit. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this one here. So Jacob Wolf tweeted this out just earlier tonight. Jacob Wolf being a, you know, really well respected esports journalist who does it in his spare time now. Now he published this massive story just before Christmas about a company called Soft Giving, who are now known as Brandfluence. He said quietly collected 42% of charity donations from some of Twitch's most watched charity streams public tax records show. And now he's come out today saying this has been resolved. So Brandfluence have dropped claims against Jacob Wolf and 3 others in a defamation lawsuit. So I'm pleased to see. It sounds like they've seen sense. They're not trying to sue Jacob Wolf for doing his job. They filed the dismissal March 26th, 2 days before a deadline set by a judge to serve all 5 original defendants with the original complaint. So I hate this, I hate this kind of thing. It comes across, it almost comes across as sort of like bullying in a way, right? They're trying to scare off. I've had this before. I've had people threatening me with legal action. It's not nice. It says, following the release of Jacob Wolf's article in December, the IRS published tax records for the Jivinga Foundation, the pass-through non-profit that Soft Giving worked with, for the 2022 fiscal year, which showed that Soft Giving collected $1.65 million of $3.65 million, roughly 46% of donations last year. That's almost half of charitable donations they're taking as profits. That is crazy, isn't it? Yeah, and some streamers said, like XQC and Ludwig, said they were unaware of how Soft Giving earned money during their time working with the company. So anyway, I'm glad to see that's dropped against a journalist, And then I saw this earlier. Video game firms found to have broken own UK industry rules on loot boxes. This is on The Guardian. Basically, last year, the government set out a plan to form a sort of working group, an industry working group, to help like self-regulate loot boxes in games in the UK, and it's obviously not worked because where is it here? I'm trying to see where it is here. There was something like 200 incidences of breaching the regulations. Here we go. So there's this person here. What's his name? Leon Zhao, an expert on loot box regulation and PhD fellow at the IT University of Copenhagen, said hundreds of adverts for games, more than 90% of those he examined, did not abide by the group's own rule on disclosure. Right, so they're not. These games publishers and companies are not following the rules, these guidelines that this working group set for loot boxes in the UK last year. It said that so Leon complained to the Advertising Standards Authority in the UK, and they upheld 4 complaints that he made about games made by EA, Hutch and Jagex, all of which helped up draw industry guidelines last year, right, as part of the government's working group. The 4 games were F1 Clash, Rebel Racing, made by Hutch, EA's Golf Clash, and RuneScape from Jagex. EA told the ASA that human error was to blame, and the mistake was not representative of its broader compliance with the guidelines. Jagex says there wasn't enough space to make full disclosure on its Facebook ad, and that it done so elsewhere. That's crazy to me. There was not enough space to follow the law and put your disclosures on your ads around loot boxes. Like, that's crazy to me. There's always space. You can do small print. Hutch told the ASA it misinterpreted the advertising guidance and would update its ads. This is not good enough, in my opinion. It's not good enough. They're getting away with this stuff. Leon said he could have made 268 separate complaints about the loot boxes. He said his findings challenged whether that working group can be relied upon to deliver the intended aims of better protecting players and children. Those members are supposed to be role models rather than rule breakers themselves, he said. And Don Foster, the chair of the House of Lords group Peers for Gambling Reform, said it's abundantly clear that self-regulation does not work, and the government must intervene to properly regulate loot boxes and their marketing to protect children. So I agree with Don there. I think they've had enough time to self-regulate. They're not doing it properly. I think we need tighter sanctions and restrictions against publishers and loot boxes. That's my personal view in the UK, because there's a lot of people that have had issues with, you know, loot boxes and addiction problems in FIFA, EAFC, all of that stuff. So I thought that was worth mentioning. Anything else that I've retweeted here before I chat about some of the news on my site over the past week? We've had a lot of stuff, haven't we? No, I think that's it. Okay. So I'm just gonna go. Through my site quickly. What have we had? We've had quite a bit actually over the past week. Still got interviews to get through in my backlog. What's the date today? 29th. Right, it was 22nd last week. Okay, I think I spoke about the Oxbridge thing. Riot Games reveals Valorant's first non-binary agent. Yeah, so, right, okay, we've got quite a lot of stories here. And crazy, if you're still around, I did a story based on Coalesce reaching the final of the ESCA main. What did I do here? Overwatch, Face It, Lionscreed. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we had Man City won the E-Premier League last week. They've made history. They've become the first club to win the E-Premier League twice. They won it back in 2020/21. That was their former player Shells won that. And City beat Brighton in the final last weekend with their British player Tex and their Argentine player Matias Bonanno. And it was so close. Like I felt bad for Brighton here. Look at this. Their players have just, if you look at their players there in the box, the light blue team, they've just sort of come together there. Unlucky weird bit of AI like computer. I don't know. I'm not an expert with the AFC, but it looks harsh to me, and you can see the reactions from their faces. Just the sheer disappointment and like disbelief of that. And I think there was one goal in it, right? City. You can say City are a bit lucky to win that. Really, I feel bad for Brighton, but at the same time, I like Tex. I think Tex is it's nice to see Tex win again. I think it's been a little while since he's won a tournament, and or a big tournament like that. So that was the E-Premier League, and then we had other wins over the past week. We had the Scottish Valorant coach Drew Spark won Masters Madrid with Sentinels. Look, he's wearing a kilt on stage there. Good on him. And we hopefully might have an interview coming up with Drew Spark. Jack Freeman might be interviewing him for Esports News UK, so that would be good. There was a video somewhere actually. I put a video on TikTok for that. Forgotten to put it in here. I might put it in here afterwards. And I'd say the biggest news of this week: Rocket League. RLCS 2024 London Major announced. I mean, what a year this is turning out to be in the UK for esports this year. We've got so many big events now. This is taking place is it in June? I think. Where are we here? I'll put the dates in here. June 20th to 21st at the Copper Box Arena. That would be broadcast June 20th to 21st. The live audience will be on the weekend, June 22nd to 23rd. I'm hoping to go. I'm hoping to bring my son, actually, for his first esports event to watch live. I think that'd be really fun. Tickets have just gone on sale earlier today. They're priced at £56, priced from £56.25. I saw that some of the tickets were up to like 300 and something. Let's have a look here. So these are all £56.25. Obviously better seats, 84.80. These are weekend tickets, by the way. 101.20, 352, 362, 455 looks to be the most expensive tickets there for the weekend. That's a package, I think, that includes a hotel. So yeah, Rocket League Major. This is going to be the third big Rocket League event in the UK. We had one in 2018, World Championship, and then we of course had a major 2 years ago. And yeah, there we go. This is Rocket League, right? the first Landon, as it's known. This is Landon 3.0, but the first Landon gave us that popular clip. This is Rocket League by the is it? I think Callum Shogun, the UK caster. Coalesce reached the finals of ESEA Main Season 48, qualify for advance. Thanks to iCrazy for letting us know about that in the stream last week. I reached out to Coalesce for comment. I've put some comments in from some of the players, so that's all good. And so yeah, they lost 3-0 to Dynamo Eclot in the final and received $2,200 in second place. There's a Valorant Women's Cup taking place at Insomnia this weekend, and EE and Giant X sent me a press release about these limited edition Warstone gaming jerseys designed by women for women, and they sent me one. They sent me one for my wife, which is quite nice. So my wife has got a Sacco gaming jersey for women. She quite likes that. She's going to be wearing that at her gym and her workout sessions and things like that. She's not a big gamer, but thanks to Giant X Warstone EE for sending that through. I think it's quite a nice jersey, and you can't buy it, but they are giving some away this weekend at Insomnia. So I'm trying to see. There we go. Jerseys will be available as prizes for fans at the EE and Giant X store I-72 and through socials. So yeah, and this is all part of their Women in Gaming, Women in Esports EE Power Up program, a 4-month talent development program for aspiring women looking to break into the gaming and esports industry. So yeah, I thought that was a nice little story. Couple of Ireland stories here actually. I've done two stories on Irish esports this week. Gamerfest Dublin 2024 Summer Esports Tournaments announced. So this is a LAN event. It's kind of like Insomnia but in Ireland. This is in Dublin. This time round there's going to be esports tournaments in Valorant and Counter-Strike. A €1,500 prize pool across both games, so €750 per game, and this is taking place on the weekend of May 25th and 26th. So that's Gamerfest. And then other Irish news: the Ireland Esports Collegiate Series is coming back to also Dublin, the Dog Patch Labs event space in Dublin for the 2024 Spring Finals weekend. That's on April 13th and 14th. You've got teams like TU Dublin, SETU, Queen's University Belfast and Trinity College Dublin playing in the finals, and you've got games like EAFC, Rocket League, League of Legends, CS2 and Valorant. And of course this is put on by the Irish esports organisation Natives Gaming. A bit of Overwatch news before I come on to some nice UK League news. Been a bit of Overwatch news this week as well. We've had the Faceit League launch. Now this is for players of all skill levels. It's an all new open circuit across 6 regions, and players can win a share of $170,000 and secure a seat at the top regional slots in the inaugural Esports World Cup taking place this summer. Right, that's the Saudi Arabian Esports World Cup. It's going to be taking place every summer. We've got different games in there, including Overwatch, Dota, and so on, PUBG, and a few others, Tekken 8. So yeah, it's like Faceit, like the CS League, right? But in Overwatch. So that was some big news this week. And then on that, there's a team here that came out earlier today, X Oblivion, said they're refusing to compete in the Overwatch 2 Esports World Cup, saying we value inclusivity and equality. So these guys are declining to compete around the diversity angle. The org said, after careful consideration, X Oblivion will participate in the Faceit Leagues, but will regrettably not be competing in the Riyadh Esports World Cup in Saudi if presented the opportunity. We value inclusivity and equality, By attending the Esports World Cup at Riyadh, we would be unable to provide the necessary accessibility to a valued part of our community, as well as excluding our fans from cheering with us. While our players are free to compete and are encouraged to pursue all opportunities available in Overwatch Esports that reward them for their talent, we're unable to invest in the promotion and participation of the Riyadh Overwatch 2 Esports World Cup as Oblivion. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Of course, this isn't the first time a team's declined to compete in Saudi. We had Moist Esports a couple of years ago declining to play at Saudi's Gamers Without Borders Rocket League event, with their UK coach Noah at the time saying he won't associate with a country that doesn't recognise LGBTQ plus people as human beings. So I thought we would have had more boycotts from orgs over the years, but like I say, around the Saudi thing, I do feel like there's a bit of a disconnect between some esports management and org management who are seeing the money signs and people in the community who, some of which aren't happy, right, around the diversity angle of Saudi. So that's that. Before I come on to UK League, I'll save the best till last. The first University Halo League LAN became one of the UK's most viewed student university broadcasts ever on Twitch last weekend, as Durham Defenders won that. This is a really nice positive story. Shout out to the guys at University Halo League, College of Esports, where it was held in London. They really helped me out with this. They sent me a really nice press release, made it super easy for me to cover. You know, there was people in the pro community there, Looney, Outcasted. You also had Wonder Boy, who's a coach for the Pro Halo team Foe, who did well at the HCS Major in Arlington recently. And Wonder Boy said, the University Halo League LAN was a delightfully surprising watch from a viewer perspective. As an appreciator of good production value, the team behind the scenes went above and beyond their means to provide an entertaining and polished production. I'd go so far as to say the show was comparable to that of a HCS Major / World Championship level production. The team should be proud. So well done to them. And in terms of the views, they had over nearly 2,400 unique viewers tuned in throughout the day, with an average viewership of just under 500 people. Live views reached almost 4,500 in total, with about 800 max views across the 6-hour stream. So for a uni broadcast, I think those are really good numbers. This is really positive. We do have a good little Halo following here in the UK, and it's just positive. It's just nice to see. And there's a decent Twitter thread here from Finlow. Shout out to Finlow, who's a regular supporter of Esports News UK, all about the production of this event. A thread on how we did it, so go and read that if you're interested in that kind of thing. I could have done a TikTok using one of these clips actually. So yeah, I thought that was a really positive story. And then the main story for me this week, because I'll still, UK League of Legends is my thing. That's what I started writing about. Lionscreed have done a UK double. They've won the Spring 2024 Division 1 NLC, so the Northern League Championship for UK, Ireland and Nordics teams, and they've won the lower tier UK EL 4 Nations with their academy team. So congratulations to Lionscreed, done really well. But I think the bigger story around this is we had an in-person watch party for the NLC final, organised, co-hosted by Lionscreed and Ruddy Esports, two London orgs. So Lionscreed won 3-1 on the day, but great that we had an event. I was really gutted I couldn't miss it. I had to be around to look after my kids. My wife was out that evening, so I couldn't get out of it. This was at, maybe if I had more notice, maybe next time I can, attend if possible. But I heard really good things about this event from people who went. This was at the New Meta Gaming Arena in North London. Took place on Wednesday, and it was dubbed El Nashiko. Right, like the football El Clasico, but El Nashiko, like Baron Nashor and all of that. Yeah, really good. Ruddy took the first game, and Lionscreed, congrats to them winning the next three. They now take first seed from NLC, going into the EMEA Masters, so they're going to the main stage, and Ruddy will go into the play-ins. right? And then in the lower tier UK EL4 Nations, Lionscreed Academy beat Paragon. Shout out to both them and Paragon. Paragon have done some good things in UK League. Again, they won 3-1 in the final. And now both teams, Lionscreed Academy and Paragon, will go through to the NLC Regional Promotion Series, giving them a chance to reach NLC Division 2. And we had this promoted in the League of Legends client here, which is great. Paragon said, we're on the front page of the League of Legends client. Make sure you log in. And Mac, the owner of Paragon, said, if you ever told me that something I made would ever be on the front page of the game I've played since I was 13, I would never have believed you. I'm so proud of what my team, players and myself have been able to create. So yeah, congrats to them. That's most of my stories this week. Is there anything else anyone wants me to chat about? I know it's been quite a short stream. I'm just looking at other things on my list here. Oh yeah, there's this here. Let's bring that up. Yeah, let's bring that one up. And this one I think is quite interesting. Okay. So we've seen Blizzard have announced a $50,000 creator tournament in a new World of Warcraft Battle Royale mode called Plunderstorm. I haven't had a chance to play this. It looks pretty fun. And in there we've got a few UK players. Well, there's one that I recognise, Preach. And I recognise Corella. I don't think she's not UK, but I think she's been on Method and the UK org and things like that. So that's happening. March... where is it here? When is this happening? March 30th, right? So that's happening tomorrow, Saturday. And then I also saw this. University of Suffolk and Ipswich has unveiled a new esports degree. It's become one of the first in the east of England to launch a new esports undergraduate course. Now this is right near me, where I live, so I'm definitely going to reach out to these. And I've seen they're hiring. They are hiring for an esports lecturer at the University of Suffolk. So you know, I'd love to do lecturing more in the future, but obviously not full time because I'm running my new site. But I'd love to do like part-time lecturing and stuff, so I need to reach out to them. And I think that's it, to be honest. Lots of stuff going on. MSI Chengdu venue announced. Let's have a look at some of the news on ESR before I leave. Street Fighter 6 has joined the Esports World Cup as well. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean the you know the PGL Major story is big, isn't it? Fortuna Esports here. These guys are an esports org. After tonight's shocking events, we're cutting all ties with CS:GO Empire effective immediately. We will not provide our services in connection with their tournament and deeply apologise to all the players, teams, cast and everyone else we contacted with regards to CS:GO Empire Cup. I don't know what CS:GO Empire thought they'd get out of this. If they thought Shocks is not happy here. Look, absolute effing disgrace. How dare you? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? This CS:GO situation, the CS:GO Empire situation. Yeah, alternate attacks here. Shocked by the incident at the Major, strongly condemned the acts, were therefore decided to withdraw from the CS:GO Empire tournament with immediate effect. I don't know what they what they expected from this. Like I say, this is not going to be. And there we go. Look now. Hooksy is saying, due to the events of today's game, I and the rest of the team will not be as open as we usually are to fan interactions. This is for our own safety and security. It sucks, but safety first. Thank you for all the support. Right, so this is all breaking, isn't it? This story is happening now. Yeah, pretty crazy. I'm interested to see Richard Lewis's takes on this, and yeah, maybe if I can get some UK angles, then I can maybe do some kind of follow up. See if he has tweeted on it. No, it's not tweeted on it yet. What about Banks? I guess Banks is still working at the event, right? To only recently. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I'll retweet the PGL official statement here. And Banks has retweeted Dennis Nielsen here. For a moment today, this is the head coach for Mouse. For a moment today, it wasn't about Counter-Strike. Royal Arena, you were amazing. My players too. Hope you keep cheering. For good CS and celebrate, we finally have a major in Denmark. Good game to G2. They deserved it. Strong early leads on both maps. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it, all this situation here. Okay, I think that's it from me then, everyone. I feel like I've... oh yeah, there was another story I saw here. SideQuest Gamers Hub in Westfield has closed. Now, I heard about this a while ago, but they've only just tweeted about it the other day here. Yeah, our Westford Stratford hub is now permanently closed. We're thankful to everyone who have visited our Stratford location, and we hope it will remain a good memory for you as it is for us. We're hoping to see you around our other existing locations as well as in our new upcoming hubs. And there's a TikTok here of thanks to all our customers in SideQuest, Westfield, Stratford. I think the first one said closing down. Yeah, our Stratford store is now permanently closed. So yeah, sad to see that go. With it being so close to the Copper Box Arena as well, it would have been nice for it to stay open, but you know, they also closed, didn't they, a year or so ago? They closed the Canary Wharf one, which is now run by Platform Gaming Bar. So yeah, sad, always sad to see, but you know, hopefully they'll have more open soon. Anyway, that's it from me. I've tried to keep this stream short. I tried this to be a half an hour stream. It's 55 minutes long. It's an hour. It's much longer than I thought it'd be. I knew I wouldn't have loads of viewers this time around. Insomnia's on. It's very busy at the moment, isn't it? I hope everyone has a good weekend, has a good Easter, has a good Insomnia if you're at Insomnia. Thanks for watching. I'll chuck this on YouTube for people to watch, and I'll see you all real soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks for your support.